Did you know there are over 250,000 unsolved murder cases in the US, and that number grows by about 6,000 each year? That means countless families are left waiting for answers, sometimes for decades. The frustrating truth is that facts alone don't always lead to justice. What often drives an investigation forward is the compassion of people who care. It's that emotional connection that transforms a stranger's story into something personal. This is where the Inhuman True Crime podcast shines. It doesn't just share details, it taps into our empathy, which can spark real change. In the Inhuman community, listeners engage not out of morbid curiosity, but because they feel connected to the victims' lives. Every comment, every shared theory, reminds us that empathy can unite strangers with a common goal. One of the most powerful ways Inhuman connects with listeners is through storytelling. The hosts don't just report cases, they breathe life into the victims' stories. They share dreams, quirks, and the lives that were cut short. Their tone is emotional and human, reflecting anger, heartbreak, and hope. This choice of language invites listeners to feel, to connect, and to remember. You can see this in the comments where fans express how deeply they care about these stories. In the Inhuman space, shared emotion becomes a language of its own. It's how people comfort each other and express frustration at injustice. Listeners often pause their lives to share a post or tell a friend, "You have to hear this one." That sense of urgency to make others care is a hallmark of this community. It's empathy in action, spreading through everyday interactions. This connection, fueled by shared compassion, keeps listeners coming back week after week. That emotional bond often leads to real-world action. Many cold cases have been reopened or solved due to renewed interest sparked by empathetic storytelling. Listeners become active participants, submitting tips and sharing episodes on social media. Sometimes someone recognizes a name or a place mentioned in an episode. Public pressure can even encourage law enforcement to revisit old cases. Within the Inhuman community, listeners create digital archives and share theories. They collaborate on research projects, turning empathy into motivation and action. This affinity space functions like a grassroots investigative team. Members crowdsource timelines and share clues, inviting others to contribute. When they see results, like a new lead or renewed attention on a victim, it reinforces their efforts. It shows that empathy can lead to tangible change, that caring can make a difference. But perhaps the most powerful aspect is the community that forms around these stories. Inhuman doesn't just create listeners. It builds a network of support and collaboration. People share theories, organize timelines, and even plan search efforts together. These small acts represent a collective force, a scaled-up empathy. In this space, bonds form that go beyond the cases themselves. Listeners become friends and advocates, united by a shared purpose. Many describe this community as healing, a safe space to process loss and trauma. Together, they create a compassionate environment where curiosity turns into solidarity. This collective storytelling is more than entertainment. It's a citizen-led investigation. When we think about solving cold cases, we often focus on technology and evidence. But sometimes the most powerful tool is our ability to empathize and take action. Stories from Inhuman remind us that empathy can reopen investigations and amplify forgotten voices. So, the next time a story moves you, don't let it end there. Talk about it, share it, and ask questions. Even the smallest act of care can create ripples of change. When empathy connects us, even through screens, we can bring warmth and justice to cold cases. That's the power of this community. Ordinary people choosing to care and act,